If you're selling your house, you've got more than enough stuff to worry about. Making sure everything's clean, everything's neat. What are the things you don't need to bother with? One thing you should worry about though, is heading on down below and hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, stay up to date with all of our content, and leave us a comment down there while you're at it. You know, did you find the video helpful? Are there some things that you don't think we mentioned that don't need to be done? We'll take a look.
So one of the conversations we have with people a lot, Jake, is when we go into them and they talk about, what should I do with my kitchen, right?
Please don't do anything to your kitchen. Just leave it as is. Chances are people coming in have an image of what they're gonna want to do, especially if it needs updating. Just leave it, let the person purchasing the kitchen, well, the house, but the
It comes with the house.
Yeah, usually comes with. Let them build what they want, right? Just
You may go ahead and do all this great work for it and think you want an island in one spot and, you know, maybe a window here, or, you know, maybe you're not going to put in enough cabinetry. So, you know, you'll spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on it, and the new person's going to come in and they may come in and look at it in the first place and go, oh, I'm going to change that anyway. So
a lot of people get it in their heads that, oh, I need to fix up my kitchen to get, you know, a bunch more money on the house. But chances are, A, the amount of money that you're going to spend on the kitchen plus, you know,
and they never come in on budget.
Nope, never ever. Yeah. Plus the stress of having renovations done in your house, it just doesn't equal out in terms of dollars and cents over the grand scheme of things. And the person coming in and looking at your house is gonna have their own idea. They're probably just gonna appreciate it a lot more if they know coming in that it's gonna be a renovation that they have to do, and they can go buck wild in terms of their imagination and what they wanna do. Because you might think you have good storage, but maybe someone coming in needs twice as much for some reason.
And I think if you don't do it, you end up making more money in a weird way, because now all of a sudden you don't have that unexpected number of your budget, etc., for your renovation, and it always goes for more than what you anticipate. So by leaving it, in essence, you're going to make more money.
And you're always gonna forget something, or you're doing renovations. You got everything all nice and planned, and you forgot your pot drawer, or you know, you forgot to make the ceilings the height that you wanted to make them. It's just better just to not worry about it. Colors, what are they? Well, one of the things that is very apparent when you're in properties is the color of your walls. And one thing that you don't have to worry about when you are in a property looking to sell is to repaint. Don't, unless you've got, you know, some blinding paint colors, in which case, make it look a little more mute, a little more white. I know we all hate it and we all joke about it that, oh, it looks like a nice piece of white cake and it's just bland and it's boring and it's a blank canvas. People moving in can paint it whatever they want. So if you have nice, safe, I think I'd call it a safe color, nice safe walls, just leave it and don't worry about it. Don't fix a thing. The blanker a canvas you can make your house when you're selling it, the better you're gonna be, because as much as people don't have vision on what they want when they're buying, they have some vision.
One of the other conversations that we have with people is they ask about their basement. So, Mike, my basement isn't finished. Should I finish it? What should I do? Well, it depends. So if you have an existing finished basement and it's like this, where it's done very functionally and you've got larger rooms, and bathrooms are extremely important. So if there isn't a bathroom down there, the suggestion would be to do one. Bathrooms in basements are great. But what you don't, if your basement's unfinished, then that's where the wrestling match or the struggle comes. Because if you take and finish it, and the person, you know, say you put in 2 bedrooms and a bathroom and a rec room, and the person that buys it ends up, they don't want 2 bedrooms. They want a big rec room or something like that. They're gonna have to undo it. So all that money that you've spent has gone out the window. So if your basement's unfinished, don't finish it. If it is finished, then make sure that there's at least a bathroom down there and make it as functional as possible.
You happen to be in a house that has something unique or something that might stand out from the rest of the property, but you're still looking to sell, don't listen to anyone who's telling you to mask it or cover it up. I've had a couple people tell me that, oh, maybe I should whitewash the brick. But like, no, it's cool. It stands out. Like, why would you bother?
Well, and the thing is too, you might pick a color that someone walks in and goes, what'd you whitewash that for? It's, you know, so there's different things about different houses, especially when you get into older ones or maybe some cute little unique niches in them and that sort of thing. That's what adds to the character. So I wouldn't do anything with it, because if you take that away, it's not the same house, right? It doesn't have the same feel.
There's a difference between making your house a blank canvas and stripping it of character entirely.
So another thing that people talk about when we get into their houses is, what about my appliances?
Yeah, if you happen to be like me and you've got older appliances, not too old, but you know, they show their age a bit, but they work perfectly fine, don't worry about replacing them at all. If they work, they work. There's no use spending, you know, honestly, a small fortune on new appliances when it's really not going to affect the sale of your home, much if any.
There are two things, though, that you have to get rid of. If you have the green stoves, the avocado they used to call them, and if your range hood is stainless steel and your stove is white, yeah, you might want to replace it. Make sure these match. I can't tell you how many houses we go into and this is stainless and this is white, or this is white and that's stainless. Make sure it gets replaced. Part of the problem when you get to them, so when you get really, really old stuff, you look at an old washer or an old dryer that, you know, was a Maytag that's 35 years old. There's 4 buttons on it. It works great and you don't have to worry about it. But when you walk into a beautiful kitchen or a nicer kitchen and you see an avocado fridge or stove, it'd be kind of cool. You might get you might get enough money for it, you can buy a new one. But they probably work better than the new ones, but they just, yeah, no.